Hello and welcome to the 11th part of my OSE Hexcrawl. Last session, our new group of third level heroes had made their way to a new location on the map, just south of the lake. Found some ruins there, made their way through, and over the course of 5 hours, just on the 6th hour, they had made their way all the way around the outside of this thing, all the way down to here, where we currently are, which they had an encounter on this corner here, which was going to be some goblins. We've encountered wolves, we've encountered goblins, we've encountered some gnomes down here, we've encountered some traders down here. So we've decided that there is a bunch of goblins down here with their own wolves, kind of releasing them throughout the tunnels to see if they can find any resistance. All the goblins were killed last time. 3 of the wolves escaped and disappeared up this tunnel, so we might encounter those. We also had a random encounter here with some wolves behind this door, but nobody opened the door, so these could all link up. We will see. But there's definitely some wolves patrolling around here. We've got a couple of thousand. We've got 1,000 silver pieces sitting around here, waiting to be picked up. A potential secret door there, which didn't get found. So yeah, we've got quite a bits going on here at the moment. So yeah, so it's very, very warm here today. So if you can hear a slight hum of a fan, I apologise. But that also means that in our world, the temperature has increased as well. But our guys are underground, so they're going to be fine. They're going to be in the nice coolness of the tunnels underground. So, right, I think what we should do then is, first of all, we need to go back to our random generation. We're using the DMG for first edition D&D to do this. It's a very good system for doing so. We'll see what we can do here, and then we will see if we've got a random encounter, because the next thing's a random encounter. So just as we get to the end of this little corridor here, this is going to be our next little section, and just as they approach this bit here, that's when we'll see if we can get a random encounter. So on a D20, we've got a 4. We have a door. It's interesting. Okay. Table 2. Door. D20. A 1. Left. So we have a door here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to roll on here again, a 12. A passage turns table 4. Passage turns table 4. It turns to the right 45 degrees. Okay, so it goes down here. It goes on 30 feet. Presumably this is where our walls left. Obviously got a door here. The other thing as well, which I've obviously mentioned in all the other parts of this, is our dungeon is limited to the size of this map. So we're not going to add any more paper on it. We're going to keep it to a decent size, and we're going to just, if we come to a border, if we get a result that takes off the size of the page, we will stop, either re-roll it or just bend it around the actual size of the page itself, and that'll be done. So we have a random encounter. Okay, so we had generated random encounters already. So let's say we've got our little random encounter table we've been making here for these places. We're going to roll 1d8. We got a 1. That is goblins. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so we have goblins. As we get to this door here, we have goblins. We will say they are just past this passageway. Obviously, they've probably been alerted by the wolves as they've been running down, and the bad guys, previous goblins, being killed. So, grabbing the old monster book, we have goblins. We have, how many goblins do we do? We do 2d4 goblins. 2. And 1. We have 3 goblins. That's not going to be a great battle, I don't think, for these. But okay, let's stop now, and I'll set up the little passageway, and we'll go from there. Okay, so each of our goblins has 1d6, oh sorry, 1d8 minus 1 hit dice. So we'll roll that first of all. We have a 1, we have a 3, and we have a 1. Okay, these are going to be pretty easy, I think. So section here is where we're going to set up our bad guys. We have a 1 in 6 chance of being surprised for our heroes, because our goblins won't be surprised because of the torches being used by our heroes. Nope, they are not surprised. They can obviously hear them clanking up the road. And we are rolling 2d6 times 10 for feet away. We're 50 feet away. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we're off the map, basically. As per usual, we're always off the map. The map's never big enough. So let's get our counters and plop them in place. Yeah, so dwarf, fighter. We've got our marching order here. Dwarf, fighter, cleric, halfling, thief, magic user, and elf. Off the sheet. And then we've got our 3 goblins, which are going to be off here somewhere as well. Okay, so grabbing my sheet for my good guys. We are here. Okay, so we'll start with initiative. Yellow is going to be our heroes, and red is going to be our bad guys. So we have our heroes go first. So they can see these guys 50 feet off. Light sources are 60 feet, I believe. So we're kind of in dim light, but they can see them off in the distance. So we're not going to worry too much about any kind of problems in that respect. But obviously our heroes are going to have to think of doing something. So we've got missile weapons from our halfling and from our elf. Okay, and it looks like our elf is the only one that can actually probably hit them from there. So they're going to stop. They're going to take stock. Our elf is going to move, first of all. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20 to there, 25, and take a shot with our arrows. Gets number 1. That's a miss completely. That's it. That's a go. And then our goblins are going to skitter up this passageway with a movement rate of 20, I believe. Oh, yeah, 20. So they now are 30 feet away. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we're just outside the map. Okay, next round. 1 for heroes. Okay, I can't remember which way around I said now. Anyway, let's re-roll that. Red is going to be our heroes. Right, heroes go first. Missile weapon. It's a 15. Okay, they've got AC of 6. We've got a THAC0 of 18. That is a 12 or higher. That's a hit. Number 1's going to die. Okay, so number 1 dies straight away. Spang. Not good. Morale of these guys is 7. So they pass. So they continue onwards. So as they rattle onwards, that is 5, 10, 15, 20. They're going to get to our guys, and they're going to have their melee attacks against one against the fighter and one against the elf. So number 2 against the elf, he's got an AC of 4, so we're going to need a 15 or higher. That is a hit for 1d6. 4 damage to the elf. Our elf has 6 hit points left. And our fighter has an AC of 3, which means we need a 16 or higher. We get a 20, crikey. Okay, 1d6. 5. Our fighter is down to 3. Okay. So obviously killing their goblin powers inspired them to cause some damage. Okay. Red for the heroes. Where they go first. Okay, this time around we've got a bit more combat stuff going on because we can obviously move a little bit further. So we will say move first of all. Our fighter is going to move 1 square over. Our dwarf is going to move 1 square over. Our elf is going to stay where they are. Actually, what I'll do is our elf will move 5 steps, 5 foot back, which I believe is possible as long as you don't double check that. Yep, technically it's a fighting retreat. They can move up to half their movement rate backwards as long as they've got a clear path. So they literally take a 5 foot step. That's fine. So that's that. So missile weapons against number 2 is a 9. That is a miss. And then we've got melee attacks from our dwarfs and our fighter against number 3. Okay, Thaco for our fighter is 18, which means we need a 12. That's a miss. And the Thaco from our dwarf is 17, which means we need a 11. We get a hit. Against number 3. Number 3 is down as well. So number 3 is now down. Okay, so we've now lost 50% of our, over 50%. We're going to roll initiative, morale again. We get 7, it's dead on. Our goblin is intent to wound. So moves up, has a stab at our elf, which is a miss. Next round. Heroes go again. Elf is going to make a 5 foot step backwards. Not that it makes much of a difference. But our fighter and our dwarf are now going to smash this guy up. 15, that is a hit. And a 5 is a miss. So our fighter is going to hit for 1d8 plus 1. It's a 7. Number 2 drops. There you go. Quick and easy combat. 3 goblins down. Okay, so they are worth 5 experience apiece. They are, yeah, 5. Okay, so that's another 15 experience for our group. Okay, let's get this out of the way and continue onwards. Okay, so additional 15 XP for our group. Combat always takes a turn, so that's that one done. Right, so now we're going to go and decide where we're going. We're going to go up the passageway. Again, not on the camera. Probably helps to be on the camera. Go up the passageway or down through the door. So 1 to 3, we're going to go through the door. 4 to 6, we're going to go down the passageway. We're going to go through the door. And as we go through the door, we have another chance for a random encounter. We do not have a random encounter, so we have a door. So beyond the door is roll 1d20. It's a 5. We have a passage straight ahead. So we'll say it goes on for 30 feet again. Our guys move down that passageway. 1d20 again. 10. Side passageway. Check again in 30 feet. Side passageway, table 3. Side passageway. 14. Passage wise. Okay. Interesting. What we might do is, instead of it winding like that, we'll do what we did this one up here. We'll carry that one going on, and we'll white in this direction instead. Okay, so 1 to 3, continue onwards. 4 to 6, turn to the right. We're going to go to the right. We check after 30 feet. We have another turn gone. We have a torch. If we have torches going on, but we're okay for that. We've got lanterns. We are going to see if we've got a random encounter. We do not. So now we just need to know where we're going. 17. Stairs. Table 6. Table 6. Table 6. That's treasure. Stairs. Okay. 1d20. 19. Stairs up, then down. Total down 1. Chamber at end. Roll on table 5. Okay, that is interesting. So okay. So what that's going to suggest to me is it goes up by 1. There is a chamber, which technically is above ground, and then it goes down again below ground because we're only one floor down. So it's going to go below ground. So for the sake of our determining which way the stairs come down again, it's going to be 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. It's a 2. Right, so our stairs go down here. Now that is quite... Oh, wrong stairs, but that's okay. Okay, so chamber-wise, what it says here, we need to roll on table 5. Table 5 is a 1d20, as usual. 6 is a square chamber 30 by 30, which is pretty much exactly what it was. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to ignore all this stuff here. But technically, we could roll D20 to see what the contents are, and we can kind of decide what's going on. Monster only. Okay, fine. Right, so they go upstairs. At the top of the stairs, they realise they're outside again. There is a set of ruined walls here that they probably saw on the way in first time round, but they immediately saw the first set of stairs. They ignored it. And sitting in this location here is a monster. Okay, so let's go to see what our monster is that is parked up in this location. Okay, we'll go back to our Monster and Treasures, Adventure and Treasure book, sorry. Level 1, although technically it's level 0. We'll roll a brand new one on this one, because it could just be a wandering monster that come out of the forest. So, actually, that's a good point. Do we roll it as a foresty encounter, maybe? What have we got on a 12? A 12 isn't all. Forest. Let's see what we get on this one. Animal. Forest animal. 12. A 12. Oh, a wolf. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. That's a bit more interesting. Okay, so we go up and out. At the top of this thing, there is a direwolf nest up here. Now, is this a direwolf that is the orcs have brought in and is kind of just on rest? Or is it just something that's kind of settled in the area? It doesn't really make much difference at the moment because you can't really ask it. But let's check in the direwolves and we'll set this one up. Okay, so stairs going up, stairs going down, rough 30-foot square. We're not going to roll encounter distance, obviously, because it was supposed to be in this chamber. So we'll say that's where it's going to be. We have our guys setting up here, so they're going to be off the map at this current point in time. We will have it so they are kind of in a rough formation. A lot of guys, actually. Okay, that is our group. Goes off the camera. We have direwolves are 1d4 direwolves. Where's the d4 gone? Please. It's a single direwolf. That's probably for the best because these things aren't particularly nice. 4d8 plus 1, 6, 9, 12, 21 hit points. Okay, that's quite a lump. And we'll put it furthest wall away from the... Okay, so they're making their way out. What time is it now? So we are down there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just on the end of the 6th hour. It's probably coming to about 4 in the afternoonish by now, I would say, if not a little bit later. So it's not dark. So our heroes are going to kind of snuff out their torches or lanterns or whatever they've got going because obviously as soon as they kind of see daylight above them, they're not going to want to keep those on. So surprise on a 1 or 1. If it's surprised, red is our heroes. We have no surprise. That is fine. Okay, so first round, ready heroes. We have our heroes go first on a 4. Right, move. Grab my sheet. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's that. Our cleric is going to come in as well. Our halfling is going to go the other side. Thief comes up. Thief comes up. Magic users on the stairs. And our elf is going to make her way to there. Actually, we'll that's it. So that's 5, 10, 15. Okay, so our first attack by our fighter. We've got an AC of 6 on this thing. Yeah, we have. So we need a 12 or higher. It's 12. So that's 1d8 plus 1 damage. We have 2. Puts down to 19. Our dwarf is 16 as a hit. 1d8 plus 2. 7, that's 9. We're down to 10 hit points already. Okay, and then we've got a retaliation. So we're going to say 1 to 3 is our fighter. 4 to 6 is our dwarf. It's our fighter. The dwarf has a THAC of 15. Our elf fighter, sorry, has an AC of 3, which means we need 12 or higher. Is a 14 to hit. Our fighter could be in trouble here. 2d4 damage. It's a 4. It's a 7. Our fighter goes down and is out of the game. Okay, next round. Heroes are first. Okay, this time round, our elf is going to move to here. Our halfling is going to move to here. Our thieves start spreading out as well. Magic users make their way up the steps. Cleric moves around. If I thought about it, my cleric should have healed probably on the route across, but yeah, that's the way it goes. You've only got one heal. Anyway, so start with our missile attacks. So elf first of all. So 12. Elf, THAC of 18. That is a hit for 1d6. 6 damage. We're down to 4 hit points. Our halfling, I believe, has got missiles. Yep. So THAC of 16 on that one, which means we need a 10 or higher. We get 13 as a hit. We are doing 1d4 damage. 3. Down to 1 hit point. And then our thieves, our second thief has got a missile, but they're kind of in the way of the dwarf, so I think we're going to just default to the dwarf having an attack instead. So dwarf is a 17, which means we need 11 or higher. We've got 15 as a hit. We're doing 1d8 plus 2. 8, we're doing 10 damage. We have no more direwolf. Gone. Okay, so experience point wise, that is worth 125, which we will put on our sheet. 125, but we have lost our fighter. So also the fact is we, as I said before, we're 6 hours in, so at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think what we're going to do is they are now above ground. They obviously saw the other set of steps going down. They are going to set up camp here for the night. They will, probably wrap the fighter up. Either decide if they're taking them back or burying them here, which is probably possible. But we'll set up camp for tonight, and then we will see if we have an encounter overnight. So rations and all that kind of stuff get used up. Nighttime encounter in about 2 hours time. We had a 4, no nighttime encounter. So we have a whole day added to our here. So we're now on day 15. And then we are going to head back down into the dungeon using the other set of stairs, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay, so next morning, we are dividing the rope, the lantern oil, the rations up. So we've got a whole extra day of rations for everybody, and the arrows between people. They're going to bury Nia under some stones nearby, with kind of clay cover, just kind of keep her out of the weather and keep her away from any monsters and such. But they're hoping to come back and take her away, back to Brinekeep. So the next morning, we have an encounter chance before we even do anything. We have an encounter. Okay, so what we're going to do is, point of interest, we are going to decide where this encounter is going to be. Now, it's going to be on a 1 to 2, it's going to be from the Overlands Forest table. On a 3 to 4, it's going to be from the level 1 dungeon table. And on the 5 to 6, it's going to be on the level 2 dungeon table because we now have a direct route down to level 2. So let's see what we get. We get a 5. It's a level 2 dungeon table encounter. Okay, so let's grab that table and see what we've got. So as our heroes are kind of packing their stuff up, getting ready to kind of head off and moving those rocks around, they hear a noise coming from the set of stairs leading up to here. We have a 1d20. We have a 6, which is a gnoll. We have 4 gnolls. Okay, cool. Right, so yeah, there is noise, there is a bit of kerfuffle, and we have gnolls coming up the stairs. So our guys are gonna kind of get into position, see what's going on. So first of all, let's see if we are surprised on a 1. Nope, and see if the gnolls are surprised. Gnolls are not surprised either. Okay, let's set this combat up. Okay, so our heroes are kind of spread around the area in this little ruined building. Our gnolls going to be 2d6 times 10 feet away, so that's 40 feet away. Probably at the bottom of the stairs by the time they kind of get the noise, so they kind of make those kind of slowly making their way up. We've rolled hit points. They got 12, 9, 9, and 5 hit points for the gnolls. They do 2d4 damage each, which is kind of a worry. We've got Thecco of 18, AC of 5, so it's not terrible. But so what we'll do is, again, we'll start red dice for our heroes and yellow for our bad guys. So initiative, we've got 2 and a 3. Bad guys go first, so they leg it up the upstairs. So they're going to get to there in their first round of movement, and just to kind of probably just see what the noise is, with no concern really for their own safety, because obviously they're gnolls, they don't need to worry about stuff. I've got an extra token there. That's weird. That's our dwarf from last time. Right. Okay, so let's go for our guys. So elf first of all. We'll go down the list. Dwarf is going to move a couple of steps forward, and then our thief is going to back up. Our magic is going to back up. Our other magic is going to back up. Our halfling is going to take a couple of steps forward, and like that. We're going to do this, and then as they're kind of 10 feet away, so they're still kind of going to be down at the bottom of the area. Let's say our elf can take a shot at -2 because of the angle they're flying into. So Thecco of 18, which means we need a 13 or higher, so we need a 14 or higher. We get a 6. That is a miss. Okay, so that's our first round of combat. All the others, this arrow clatters off the top of the stairs. Everyone else kind of just holds their breath, waiting for them to kind of appear over the crest of the stairwell. Right, our heroes go first. So let's see what we're going to do. We're going to have another shot. Actually, we'll move first of all. We'll bring our dwarf down. We'll bring our halfling down. We'll bring our thieves across. We'll line up magic users fully position. And then we get our missile combat from our elf again. So we need 14 or higher. We get 15 as a hit. So 1d6 damage. We'll get hit number 1 for 1d6. Takes 3 damage. So that puts them on to 9 straight away. And then our gnolls move up. So gnolls going to want gnoll 1, gnoll 2, gnoll 3, and gnoll 4, gnoll 3, and gnoll 4. Okay, so let's have a look. Thecco of 18. Our dwarf has a AC of 4, which means we need 14 or higher. Is a miss. Our elf has an AC of 4, which means we need 14 or higher. We have a miss. We have technically a 1. Our halfling has an AC of 5, which means 13 or higher. That is a hit for 2d4, 1, and 3 4 damage. Halfling's not happy. Oh, and we would have healed overnight, by the way, as well, for our elf that was thing, so they're back up to 10 hit points. And then our thief. That's our NPC thief. Which is you. So you've got AC 7, which means it's an 11 or higher. It's a 5. It's a miss. Okay, so that's that round over. Next round. Heroes go first on 6. So first of all, our halfling is going to move back half. Our thief is kind of intercept that one. Our elf is going to drop her sword, drop a bow, and grab her sword. And our thief is going to stay there. And we're kind of all lined up in that respect. So start off with our dwarf. AC of 5 for these guys. So we need 13 or higher. That's a hit. 1d8 plus 1. 7 damage against number 1. Puts them on 2. Thief against number 3 is attack 18, 13 or higher. Hit for 1d8 plus 1 as well. Crikey. 4 damage. Puts them on 5. Elf 15 or 13 or higher is a miss. Other thief 13 or higher is a 13. 1d4 plus 1. 4 damage against number 2. 1 hit point. Okay. Right. Retaliation. 15 or higher. Sorry. Nope. 2 is against our elf, which is 14 or higher. That's a hit. 2d4. Put our elf back down to 6. Our thief number PC is 11 or higher. That's a miss. And our NPC thief is 11 or higher. That's a hit. 2d4. 6 damage to our NPC thief. Kills our NPC thief. Okay. Start again in a bit. Where are you now? Our initiative next round. Oh, need a d6, not a d8. Beat them again. Okay, so this time around, we're going to cast some spells from our magic users. Let's just check our spell list on our magic users and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got Magic Missile, Light, Wizard Lock, Ventriloquism, and Protection from Evil, Continual Light. Must be our elf. And our other magic user, of course, is an NPC. Okay, I've just realised I've not got my cleric. I've just realised I've not got my cleric in here. That's a bit silly. Okay. You're outside, that's fine. Magic user. Protection from evil. Okay, no good. So, our PC magic user is going to cast Magic Missile. Which is going to come last, obviously. Our combat, first of all. So, why did I move that? That's weird. Okay, so, Dwarf. 13 or higher is a miss. Elf. 13 or higher is a miss. Thief. 13 or higher is a miss. Magic Missile comes whizzling out. Magic Missile is going to strike number 4 because number 4 is the one that's obviously going to cause a problem so far. So let's just check that. Yep, so OSE Magic Missile does 1d6 plus 1 damage. 5 damage to number 4. Puts number 4 dead. We are out. Okay, so that means we have a morale check for our first death. Morale for these guys is 8. 9. They start running. They run away after number 4 dies. So they are going to do exactly that. So let's have a think. Okay, so they are going to be just running this round. All the way down the stairs, all the way down the stairs, all the way down the stairs. Our elf, she's not got a bow in hand, so I'm going to leave it at that. And I think what we could do is we're just going to let them go. They will run down to the stairs below. And then kind of you just hear them clattering down the steps, kind of probably half sliding, half falling. And we will see what happens next. So that is an encounter out of the way. We've now got a dead thief on our hands. So check in 20 XP for our knock. I think what we could do now is they've lost 2 of their party. They're going to start now worrying about the fact that it's getting a little bit dangerous around here. They've lost their fighter, they've lost their thief. I think they're going to head back to Brine Keep and see if they can actually kind of gather up another group of people. So I think what we could do here is, let's have a look. What we'll look at is the hex we've got is here. We are a little bit away from the lake. We're going to try and build a raft to cut across the lake and go across the plains instead of going all the way around and cut our travel time down a little bit. So they will. They've now got 2 dead bodies. They don't. I think they're going to end up burying those instead. So they gather those up. They move away from here. They probably get. Let's have a look. Travel. What are we on? 1 point. So first encounter of the day after that. Nothing. Right. So they leave our dwarven area. Oh, sorry, dungeon area here. They head out towards the lake. And our first day of travel gets us kind of to the lake. There's obviously trees, even though we've got oh sorry, it's here, isn't it? We've got forest here, so there's trees around. So there's a big forest. We're going to say there's a lot of trees around as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut down some trees. We're going to make our way across the lake and see how we can actually get across there a little bit quicker rather than going all the way around the outside. So we're going to make our way across this lake. Or do we go down the river and kind of stay against the bank? I mean, it's not very far. It's literally half a hex. So we're talking 3 miles, which is like a quarter of a day. It's just 12 miles of hex on a raft. The trouble is, if they get in trouble, they're in big trouble in the middle of a lake. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and scoot down the side of the river and get to kind of where the road was, and hopefully avoid some combat there. So 12 at 12 is going to be 6, 8. They're going to get roughly to the end of the thing at the end of that day, which is kind of where they camped last time. So they'll set up a camp again. They will roll for an encounter that night. No encounter that night. Next day they will set off. No encounter in the morning, and they will go 6, 8, 6, 12, 18 miles, which is kind of where they get to. So by the end of that day, 5 o'clock time, they're going to be in Brine Keep again, kind of scraping, kind of unhappy, lost some people, but they're alive. They've made it out. So let's just add all that experience up. So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 155, 160, 170, 270, 290, 295, 315. Okay, I'm going to double check that. My maths is absolutely atrocious. And I need to divide it by 7 people anyway, so let's double check that. 315. Crikey, I got it right. Okay, and that's going to be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody gets a whole 45 experience points. They are chuffed to pieces. Okay, so 45 experience points. Everyone's going to gather that up together. We didn't go back to recover that 1,000 silver pieces, so that's still down there in the dungeon. We know gnolls are down there in the second level, so we should kind of add that to our encounter table for the second level. But I think what we'll do is we will stop here. We will hopefully replace our hero, our fighter and our thief with 2 other NPCs or another character. We'll see. Actually, that's a good point. Let's have a look. I don't think I've got the book around anywhere. Yeah, we'll work that out next time. We'll figure out what's going on with that one. We'll see if we can get a. I mean, we didn't need another thief because we've got them at random. So, we'll see if we can get some recruits. And I think we're going to head back over there. They might see if they can get a boat. It's a lot of hassle to get a boat across 6 miles. Though it's quite a way to go. We shall see. Anyway, so yeah, so I think we'll stop there, and we'll come back to this with a another fighter. But we've actually managed to survive a, well, I wouldn't say exactly it's a full dungeon crawl. We've got half dungeon crawl with a group of third level characters, so we're a little bit better off than we were with the first level characters. But them gnolls are dangerous. 2d4 damage. I mean, even at the third level, you're still taking a good old whack around the edge with stuff. So yeah, everyone will re-equip. We'll get some people in, and we'll head back out again and see what we can find. So there you go. Right, so that's about enough for this session so far. So I will hopefully see you on another one of these next month. Thanks for listening, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. Bye bye.